Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live webinar on the SiteSwan Reputation Management Service. I'm Justin, one of the co-founders here at SiteSwan, and I am thrilled to do our very first webinar on this new reputation management service that we're offering. We put a lot of thought and work into this add-on service, and it's quite frankly the perfect complement to website sales. I'm seeing a lot of you still logging on, which is great. Keep it coming. This is probably the largest registration we've ever had for a webinar, which is good. You're all eager to sell some other stuff. Happy to help with that. A lot of people do get overwhelmed trying to offer an additional service. So my goal is kind of break this down for you, make it as simple as possible. Now, I do recognize that there might be some of you who are already familiar with selling reputation management. That's great if that's the case, but I'm actually curious about today's audience, how it breaks down in terms of familiarity. So I'm going to launch a poll. Always like starting these off with polls so I know who is joining me today. And what I want to know is your familiarity level with reputation management. I'm curious if you've ever sold it before, whether you currently sell it or have sold it in the past. Whether you know what it is, but never actually sold it, or whether you're totally new to this and you're just ready to learn. That's going to help us a lot. Especially when it comes time for questions, I'll be able to kind of mold the answers, shape the answers around your responses there. I'm actually going to launch a second question, which is going to be in direct correlation. We're going to use this data later on in our conversation today. And that second question, while I'm waiting for the rest of you to finish up answering the first one, is asking about your personal experience with reviews online. So I'm going to get that one launched right now for you. Can I do two at the same time? Let's find out. And you'll notice there's a questions tab over there as well. Feel free to get acquainted with that. There is something that we always want to make sure that we're using the best platform possible for these webinars. So if things look a little funky to you or sound funky at any time, please just write us a note, because we're very conscientious about making sure that the presentations are crystal clear for everybody. And we will hold these providers of webinar services accountable if it's not. All right, so thanks for doing that. I'm going to use that data later. Now, I also anticipate there being a decent amount of questions, because this is the first time we're going over this. Do not be offended if I don't address your question in real time. I'm probably going to save them for the Q&A section at the end. But when you think of your question, feel free to just type it in. That would be perfectly fine with me. And based on the fact that you all are responding to the things that I'm saying, and you're not just watching my lips move, I'm assuming you can actually hear and see me okay. So if you can perhaps just maybe one of you, a couple of you, let me know. That'd be awesome. All right. Actually, one of my team members let me know that we're good. So, all right, cool. Cool. Now, let us get into this, and hopefully my first screen switch will go smoothly. Before I do anything, oh, gosh, I knew it was gonna happen. Hold on, guys. It just got all messed up. Oh, gosh. No problem. We'll fix it. We will fix this. I will get this fixed. I think it's... Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Okay, I think I just fixed it. Now, as I was saying, we have a brand new limited edition coffee mug specifically for this announcement of reputation management that we're giving away. We're going to be giving it away to 5 lucky individuals. And the terms of this is that ask a question. If I answer it, you'll be entered to win one of 5. Not all 5, but you'll win one of them. Entered to win one of them. This is a significant upgrade from our other SiteSwan mugs that some of you have perhaps won in previous sessions. Big difference here is that these are only 11 ounces. The new one, 15 ounces. So you can get a lot more caffeine into your afternoon cup of coffee, which today's one of those days I definitely need some. All right, let's jump into this. We got everybody in here, I think, who's going to be here today, so we are getting this going. Now, the reason I'm so excited today to talk about this is because we're making an official announcement that this is officially official. We're not just websites anymore, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. We're not taking any of our attention away from being the fastest, easiest, smartest website building platform for small business sites. Since 2011, when we first launched, we're still pumping out more and more professionally designed themes for all different industries and businesses types every single day. People continue to use our platform because of the proprietary tools we built to not only help you prospect and find which businesses need a website, but also allowing you to build and host those sites, in addition, of course, to charging them for their sites, all right from within your SiteSwan dashboard. We're not taking any focus off of continuing to build in and roll out all the best features a typical small business needs from a website, in addition to continuing to provide premium support on a super reliable platform designed from the ground up here in the US for scalability. After all these accomplishments, we asked ourselves, what's next? What we really wanted to do was enable our resellers to offer a complimentary service to web design that was practically every business needs, that is easy to understand, that's simple to sell, hands-off to maintain, and probably the most important thing, profitable, extremely profitable. We figured if we're going to let our resellers offer something else from within the SiteSwan platform, it's got to check all these marks, and it can't be a distraction to web design. So that's why we decided to expand SiteSwan services to include reputation management. And that's the topic of today's conversation, of course, during which we are going to answer and address some key questions to make sure that we're all on the same page. We're going to start with what is reputation management? That's key. Then we'll help you understand why online reviews are important. We'll talk about the 3 pillars of reputation management and how that comes together to form an effective reputation management strategy. From that point, we'll show you how it works with a brief live demonstration, and then wrap up the conversation discussing everyone's favorite topic of how you make money by offering this service. Spoiler alert, the value of this service keeps going up. We actually just raised our suggested retail price as a result of that, so we're going to talk about that as well. Now, let's begin the conversation by defining what reputation management is. Reputation management is a service that helps businesses monitor, measure, and manage their online reviews. In today's competitive landscape, it's more important than ever for local businesses to know exactly what their customers are saying about them online and take the necessary steps to protect their brand. This kind of came into an existence because we now live in a world where anyone can say anything about any business online. The things people are saying, also known as customer reviews, on sites like Google, Facebook, and Yelp, can have heavy consumer purchase decisions and heavy influence, over consumer purchase decisions and have a direct impact on sales. So for that reason, maintaining a positive online reputation is crucial for businesses and can improve brand perception, search engine rankings, and overall sales. But why are online reviews important? After all, they're just words on a screen. What does it really matter to anyone anyway? Well, turns out quite a bit. Online customer reviews are important for small businesses because they influence the way customers perceive their brand and who they want to do business with. Look at some of these stats. 86% of consumers and shoppers read reviews for local businesses. 86% read reviews. You know you do it too. And actually, I'll look at the poll right now and tell you the statistics. 88% of you said that you read reviews online for local businesses before shopping somewhere new. So look at that. We almost got it on the head. This is an important number, when you consider how many people are putting an emphasis on reviews. It's critical that businesses pay attention to it. Now look at this. 78% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal word of mouth recommendations. I know I'm guilty of this. If someone refers me to a place, I still go online and check their reviews before shopping there, especially if I get a recommendation from someone who I don't really 100% trust their opinions about. Like someone tells me, oh, a good Italian restaurant. I'm like, okay, yeah. Honestly, I trust a bunch of strangers over you. Okay, sorry. And then, so then I go online and I check it out. We all do that. Now, this last statistic I find really interesting too, because the numbers show 57% of consumers will only use a business if it has 4 or more stars. And quite honestly, I'm guilty of this too. I'm like a 4.3 kind of guy. Okay, most times I like to see a 4.3 average star rating. I don't know why, it's subconscious, but I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. There's these, the idea of if you can get 5, well, you should be between 4 and 5, in my opinion, in most cases. So these are really some killer consumer numbers, and they all translate to some impressive numbers on the business side of things. So look at this. According to a Harvard study, a 1-star increase in your Yelp rating can lead to a 9% increase in revenue. One average star rating on your Yelp account can lead to a 9% increase in revenue as a business owner. Now, on the converse, a 1-star decrease in your overall Yelp rating could lead to a 5% loss in revenue. That's significant. The bottom line here is that online customer reviews have a direct impact on a business's bottom line. To help me illustrate this point, I did a few random local searches around our office here in New York, and I took screenshots of their Google reviews. Now, this took me all of 2 seconds. I didn't have to spend a lot of time doing this, I'll be honest with you. And I'm going to go one by one, and I want you to tell me, looking only at their reviews, which of these businesses would you choose? Okay? So the first one is for a carpet cleaner. Carpet cleaner. Which one are we going to call first? This is, I think, an easy one to answer. Okay? Siri thinks I'm talking to her because I said something that sounds like her name. The first one on the list, 5.0 average star rating according to Google, 32 reviews. The next one also has 5.0, but only 1 review, and the last one has none. Clear choice is the first one, right? I mean, just looking at this, that's the clear choice. Now, let's go to the second one. This is for garage door repair. This is almost as clear, okay? But the clear winner would be the third one. It's amazing how many businesses in this area have a 5-star average star rating. That's awesome. So the third one has 5.0 with 11 reviews. There was another 5.0 listed here with only 2 reviews. And then finally a 4.2 with 5 reviews. I think you're starting to notice a trend here. Now take a look at this one. This is for an electrician. Which one are we going to call? I'll be honest with you, I might keep scrolling. I might click view all and look for a different one. Here is a scenario where 2 out of the 3 don't have any reviews, and the one that does have reviews has a less than 3-star rating. Yikes. Looking at these makes you realize the opportunity, right? If you could help Standard Electric increase their average star rating, shoot, they would be, they would be the uncontested winner. On the other hand, you could approach some of these other electrical companies and say, hey, look, you get a big opportunity to kick your competitor, Standard Electric, out of the water here with some really, 4 and 5-star reviews here, because they're getting their butt kicked right now in reviews. So this is just an example of how, as a consumer, you have reviews have a direct influence over your choice. And as an agency providing reputation management assistance, there's a lot of opportunity. Now, let's talk about what we consider the key factors to look at. When you think about how is it you can possibly help these businesses, what are the key factors that consumers are looking for? We mentioned two of them already. Okay, the first one would be total number of reviews, or lack thereof, as we saw. The second would be the average star rating. Okay, so those are the two big ones. Then if you dig a little deeper and click on some of these reviews, which a lot of people do, you're going to assess the frequency of the reviews. You're also going to look at how old they are, or the age of the reviews. If they're all from the last week, or all from 3 years ago, that's not too helpful in terms of representation of how good, in fact, this business truly is. Also, another factor is how a business responds to reviews. So many business owners make the mistake of publicly arguing with reviewers. There is a right and a wrong way to respond to both positive and negative reviews. And then the last factor is the overall sentiment of the reviews. What are they generally referring to? Atmosphere of the service, reliability, timing. Is there a common thread between them? These are all factors. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure of it. You've all looked at, analyzed business reviews before. And again, these first two, total number of reviews, average star rating, these are probably the simplest and most straightforward to quantify. And lots of shoppers base their decisions on just these two factors, or at least weigh these significantly heavier than the others. So the main problem for businesses is not enough reviews, or too low of an average rating, or both. So based on that fact, how do you help small businesses then? Well, you have to be able to address what we call the 3 pillars of reputation management, which I'll go over with you right now. So number 1 is review monitoring, which lets you easily track all of your clients' online reviews at the source from the top review sites, including Google, Facebook, and Yelp. The second pillar is limiting or preventing negative reviews in the first place. Prevent negative reviews from going public by allowing upset customers to share their concerns privately and directly with the business owner. And the third pillar is, of course, increasing positive reviews. Help your clients get more 5-star reviews by requesting positive reviews from happy customers. To show you how these 3 pillars come together to provide a service your clients are willing to pay for, I am now going to attempt to switch my screen without a lot of pixelation like you just saw. So bear with me just 1 second while I do that. I think I can. Okay, let's get into this. Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get this set up. I think this is it. Okay, yeah, here it is. All right, cool. Check it out. So this is your SiteSwan dashboard. Those of you who are already SiteSwan resellers, you know what this looks like. Those of you who are not yet with us here on SiteSwan, this is where all of your sites are located, where you can easily manage all of them from one place. Now, accessing reputation management is done from the site details page. So for any of your clients who you want to set up reputation management for, all you have to do is go to the site details page, which is accessible from either clicking on site details, which you see in red, for some reason, not my mouse, or you can click on the name of the business. Either way, you get into site details. Now, if you scroll down to the left-hand side, you will see a section called reputation management. And the way this works, and really the first step of the sales process as well, is to get a free sample report generated for your customer. Now, a free sample report will allow you to be able to show them exactly what the listings that exist currently online for them consist of, so that you can help them analyze exactly how they appear to the public currently. So all you have to do is, just like when you're creating a site, you start typing the business name. You can put in their zip code if you'd like. Copy and paste their Facebook page URL. Copy and paste their Yelp listing URL and click Generate Sample Report. And that's it. And what you're going to end up with is a sample report that looks like this. And let me point out exactly what's going on with this report. So this report is web-based, okay, meaning there is an active link to this report that's visible in every type of device, operating system, tablet, smartphone, etc. And there's 4 major metrics here. The first one is going to be the average star rating. So this is going to be the star rating across all of the review sites. And that's the dark blue box here. It says 4.6. The next one, the teal box, is the total number of reviews across the internet, across all the sources. Lots of reviews for this business. The green box is going to show you the breakdown of all their star ratings by the number of stars that they were awarded. Then you're going to see in the I don't know, what color is this? Reddish, pink, purple? Are the reviews broken down by source? Well, you'll see the majority have come through Google, and then second is Yelp, and then third is Facebook. These are all really great metrics to help your client understand exactly where these reviews are coming from and what they consist of. Then, underneath that, you have all of the reviews that have ever appeared online for this business in reverse chronological order, the most recent on top. So we obviously show you the date, the source, where it was posted, the number of stars, any text that was accompanied with the review, the option to get a direct link to view it. And this is really cool. When your client, the business owner, has access to this report, they'll be able to click share. And then they can actually share this review on their own social media. You know, one of the things people often look past, honestly, we're not that good at it either, is utilizing the positive things that customers say about you in your social media. It's very, very beneficial, a great way to talk about your business without using your own words, using your client's words instead. So this is kind of like a little marketing tool that's actually built into this reputation management service. So this report, okay, can be printed out, of course. It can get emailed directly to your client from a nondescript email address automatically every month, every week, or every morning. That's your choice how you want to have it set up. So the idea of reporting is the first element of the reputation management service, and this is essentially how it looks. Now the second thing, the second part about reputation management is going to be collecting new reviews, right? We want to be able to get more and more reviews, specifically more positive reviews for the business. So let me show you an example of a site where the review request form has been added. So when you sign up for reputation management for one of your clients, not only can you set up the frequency of the delivery of those reports, but you can also copy and paste a little snippet of code that allows you to insert a review request form anywhere on your client's website. And it's going to look like this. And it's asking, how would you rate your experience with the company? And you can choose between 1 and 5 stars. Now, if you had a positive experience, 4 or 5 stars, you're immediately shown the option to make that review public. And there's links to Google, Facebook, and Yelp to do just that. However, if perhaps that experience was not so positive, and perhaps they want to rate you 1, 2, or 3 stars, then we're encouraging the business owner, the consumer, to have a private conversation with the business owner to get their issue resolved. This is beneficial for everybody. Number one, it helps the business owner address any issues directly with people, because ultimately if you're leaving a 1, 2, or 3 star review, it's because something didn't really go right? So this is the opportunity for the business owner to take notice of it and address it one-on-one. And then from the consumer standpoint, this is hugely beneficial because this is an opportunity to deliver feedback about an experience and actually hopefully get a resolution for it. So this is a win-win for everybody. And you can see how having a private conversation with the business owner can actually perhaps turn the experience from a 1, 2, or 3 star into a 4 or a 5-star experience. So that's extremely powerful. So those are the two different parts of the reputation management service. It's reporting and also collecting of new reviews and obviously optimizing it for the more positive reviews. Now I'll show you what else we give you. So in the resources section of your dashboard, active resellers, you've probably seen this before today, I should say. We give you the tools that will help you not only sell reputation management, but also help your clients make the most of it. So for example, this is a document that actually highlights some of the statistics that we just went over together about the importance of online reviews and why they matter. This document can accompany the free sample report that you generate for your customer. So now they can see exactly what's being said about them online, understand what they'll be getting from you, and then of course, you'll be able to convey the importance of this service. Another thing that we provide you with is this. We call it the Review Response Coach. So as I mentioned earlier, there is a right and a wrong way to respond to reviews, both positive and negative. Again, we talked about some people arguing with clients who leave a negative review. That is not the way to make things right with the consumer. It's like picture yourself being a business owner and a customer walking in and them having an issue. You're not going to argue with them in the store while all the other customers are watching you. That's basically what it's like. Arguing with someone on Yelp or on Google is going to be definitely not good for your business. So on the this is a 2-page document. On the back of this document, the second page of this document is a cheat sheet. It's a bunch of different responses for all positive reviews and a bunch of different responses for negative reviews. And all your client has to do is copy paste it. Copy paste them, swap out a couple different elements, insert product name here, insert service name here, and you're good to go. So this is going to make your client's life a lot easier when it comes to actually, acknowledging all of the reviews that come through, whether they're good or bad. So I promised that we're making this as simple as possible for you. And that was our goal here. I hope that showing you this has given you some confidence that it is in fact quite simple. Now let me get back to where I was with this. See if I can switch my screen again without causing any issues. Okay. There we go. We're back in it. All right. Now that you understand exactly what you're actually offering your clients, this 2-part service and how you'll sell it, generating the free report, let's look at how you actually make money doing this. So SiteSwan's reputation management feature was built so that you could deliver a great service at great margins, of course, with scalability in mind. One of the biggest benefits of offering reputation management services to small businesses is that it provides an additional source of recurring revenue, and it's extremely profitable. So the suggested retail price for SiteSwan's reputation management 2-part service, which includes, again, daily reporting plus the review request form, is anywhere from $99 to $199 per month per client. Of course, you can set your own prices, charge whatever you'd like. Some factors that may influence your pricing model might include the market you're in, what competitors are charging for this, how many reviews a business has. I will say that businesses with hundreds of reviews will probably find more evident value in the service and helping them keep track of their latest reviews. But businesses without a lot of reviews will find the review request form perhaps more valuable initially, as it can help them get more positive reviews. So you may also decide to package or bundle reputation management with your other services. So for example, you might sell reputation management by itself for $99 per month, or offer it as an add-on to your website clients for only, say, $79 a month extra. When we're talking about $100 to $200 per month, think of the impact that this could have on their business. If you could prevent one bad review from going live, how much is that worth to your client? And if they can increase their average star rating by a half or 1 star, as we saw earlier with that Harvard study, how much is that worth to them? But look, no matter who you offer this service to, regardless of the factors that might affect how much you charge your clients, your costs are just $14.99 per month per client. And that's it. Now, I promised you big margins, and that's exactly what we're delivering. Our suggested retail price puts you in a place to profit between $1,008 and $2,208 per year. Again, that's per client. So it's a nice chunk of change for every client that you take on with this. Now, let me get to the next screen. I want to take this a step further. So I want to show you how you can land your first client today. Hop on a Facebook. You see I have a little post written here. Post a status update that says this: I'm testing a new service that helps local businesses uncover online reviews they didn't even know they had, good and bad. I'm looking to find a business that would let me beta test with them, and it's totally free. Comment here if you want in, or tag someone you might think be interested, and I'll set it up. Now I'll send this text out for you if you want, so you can just copy and paste it along with the recording for today's webinar. Pop it into your own social media post, or of course just snap a picture of this and you could just retype it if you want to do it right now. But think about what this will offer people who you might be connected to, right? You're basically going to put together that free report for them and show them exactly what they are missing in terms of the reviews across all the major review sites. And then you can obviously offer them the ability to say, hey, how would you like to get this delivered to your inbox every morning? And oh, by the way, you have a lot of room to improve with the number of reviews that you have. Why don't we add a review request form to your site, a smart one, that will help you increase the number of 4- and 5-star reviews you get for your business. It only costs this, okay? Now, I'm not going to let you go without some bonus tips. First, the best time to sell reputation management is in the beginning of the honeymoon period of your business client relationship. So for those of you leading with websites, starting with the website sale, 2 to 8 weeks after you launch their site. Why? Clients are newly in love with your website and your brand. They like what you've done for them. They're excited about the money they save compared to hiring an agency to get a website built. You have their trust. Leverage that. Now's the perfect time. They're eager to spend more money with you. They might have already asked you that. What else do you guys do? How can I spend more money with you? Second, reputation management can benefit any business across any industry, but you may want to target industries that generate a lot of reviews, like restaurants, beauty salons, home services like plumbers, roofers, contractors. I mean, it's arguable that the more reviews a business currently has and their competitors have, the easier it is for them to understand the value initially. Finally, utilize the professional marketing material that I showed you in the resources section of your dashboard, along with that personalized free sample report to help you sell it. We have everything there for you to start selling this right away. And remember, you can sell this service to any business, not only the people who you've built a website for, because that review request form can be inserted into any site, wherever it may exist. I've seen some people lead with reputation management and then convert their client to a website client. So there's really no rules in terms of the order of operations here. So to recap, reputation management is a booming industry and a very lucrative service to offer to small businesses. more and more businesses' online reputation and their reviews significantly influence customer decisions. So business owners have to stay on top of what's being said about them and address all positive and negative reviews with professionalism. So with SiteSwan's integrated reputation management feature, you can help your clients monitor online reviews, discover what customers are saying about their business, and help them maintain a positive online reputation. It's also, again, the perfect add-on to your web design services because it's simple to set up and maintain, and you can even bill your clients for it directly from the SiteSwan dashboard. That's right, folks, your client billing feature. You can easily add a new plan that includes reputation management and bill them for this in addition to their website. So now that I addressed all the things that I promised, you should have a much clearer picture on how this all works than you did perhaps earlier. But of course, I recognize there are probably still some questions I did not answer. So let's transition to getting all your questions answered. I'm going to turn my focus to the questions section of the dashboard here. Please post anything and everything that's on your mind. Keep in mind, though, whoever asks a question that I do answer will be automatically entered to win one of these 5 beautiful 15-ounce coffee mugs. So let me just switch my screen and get to this. All right, cool. And also, of course, for those of you who are not yet with SiteSwan, join SiteSwan.com allows you to get started right away. Now, I've been hearing a little thing going boop, 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 every time a question comes in the entire time. So I'm going to do my best to scroll to the top and answer them in chronological order. Again, I'm gonna try and tackle the questions I feel that most people are going to benefit from, and be able to get everyone acknowledged and a chance to win one of these mugs. Okay, let's see. First one up. Frank is asking, is there a way for us to change the response message text when someone picks 1 to 3 stars? No, the review request form is built exactly the way it is, designed to function exactly the way it does. So modifying that text is not yet a feature that we offer. Okay. Zach, hey Zach, asked, can SiteSwan's reputation management be used for customers that don't have their site designed and hosted by me? Yes, it certainly can. Let's see. Fred is asking, will this be available afterward so we can watch it? Of course it will. Matter of fact, right when we end, it's going to start from the beginning. That'll be cool. Ted is asking about Yelp bad reviews. What is your success? So some people have said stuff about Yelp with, like, business owners will say, where are my positive reviews going? I feel like they're getting lost. Yelp has been notorious for being oddly selective with which reviews get populated on the listing. So that's why it's important, especially with Yelp, to get as many reviews as you possibly can that are positive on there, so that you can hopefully, drown out any negative reviews that might be there. Again, we're not, there's no way to actually delete negative reviews. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. If a review gets put up by someone, it's there. The best you can do is reply to it professionally and then flood it with more positive reviews to outweigh the negative. Let's see. Frank is asking, if you pick 1 to 3 stars on a review request form, get the response that you are going to be sending a private message, then change your mind and select 4 or 5 stars, you absolutely can do that. Yeah, you can go back in your browser and then go to 4 and 5 stars. That is not a problem. Jim is asking, are the statistics available for us to print and put out online? Absolutely. As you saw in the resources section of your dashboard, you do have the ability to grab a piece of that marketing material and use that in your talks with your clients. More questions about reputation management reports that I think I addressed after these questions came in. Fred is asking about the screenshots that I put up with those local searches for garage door, electrician. And he's saying, so for the businesses you showed on Google that had no website, would that be an opportunity to call them and create a website and also do reputation management for them. Bingo, that's exactly, yes, 100%. That is, when you do Google searches, you will see if they have a little website icon or not, and that's a great way to figure out where your opportunities are. Let's see. Ted is asking, have you ever been able to remove a fake Facebook page for a business? I think Facebook has some protocols for that, so if that's an issue you run into, you can reach out to Facebook, and they have a whole support thing, chain of support to handle stuff like that. Jim is asking, if a client has a non-SiteSwan site, can we get the report and provide reputation management for them? Absolutely. You certainly can. Ron is asking, so when you type in the URL, when you're generating a free report, it automatically pulls in the data to our customer's website. It pulls in all of the data associated with reviews into that report. And then that report is what you can use to sell the service to your client. Fred is asking if we have additional support about using reputation management, walking you through it step by step. We absolutely do. Support.siteswan.com. It is all there. Bob is asking, does the positive review automatically post on the site? So any positive review that is put up on Google, Facebook, or Yelp, they all have different policies for how quickly that actually does appear live for everyone. Sometimes they might ask you to confirm it with an email click or something like that. But that's kind of standard across the board. There's always some sort of, something in place that prevents it from going live instantly. Okay, Frank is asking, where do you go to have reports auto-populated for the merchant? So after you, this is going to be dangerous, switching my screen again. All right. Share an app window. Okay. So when you are creating a listing, a free report for a client, you get that. This is the first step always. You always do this first. Then when you've sold it, that is when you click to subscribe this client to the reputation management service. Once you do that, you will have instant access to set up the automatic notifications of the daily reports and get the code for the request for review form that you put onto your client sites. That's why you don't see it right here, because this is a site that is not currently signed up for it. Once you signed up for it, then you'll see it. I think I might have a demo site to show you that. And then when that report is sent out, it comes from a nondescript email address. As you can see, the actual URL for the reputation management report is reputationmanagement.report. So there's no mention of SiteSwan or anything at all. It's just very generic, designed to, prevent anyone from seeing that we're actually behind the scenes. Michael is asking if it's possible to get a copy of this video to pitch to my boss. Absolutely. You'll be getting one in your email. Fred's trying to give me some help with switching screens. Fred, I wish it was that easy, but the software we're using for this doesn't allow me to do exactly that. Let's see. God, I'm trying to read these questions quickly before I read them out loud so I don't stumble over myself. So bear with me a second here. Okay. Todd is asking, do we need to use one of our website seats to be able to sell this, or can reputation management be a standalone foot in the door? So the reputation management is tied to a site. So if you don't currently have a site set up for the client, you'll have to actually first technically create a site, and then you add on reputation management. Even though you actually don't, you're not going to use that site for that client, you can use it for somebody else. But you do actually need to use one of your sites in your dashboard to get reputation management set up on it. And then Todd also has a follow-up question. How do you use the HTML code to build a Review Us page on a website? It's a simple copy and paste. It's like 4 lines of code. You copy it, and you go into your site where you have the, I should have prepared this a little bit better to have a site that's already got it signed up. Let me just make sure. Maybe I do. Okay. No, but I'll show you real quick, right? So when we go to a site, let's say we're going to add a review request form, the first thing you might do is go to your Pages tab and then click Add Page, and then leave a review, we'll call this, right? And then save that. I know I'm moving a little fast. My screen's probably not keeping up with me too much, but we have a post type called HTML. And you're just going to copy and paste the HTML that we give you from the dashboard into here and click Post. And now just like that, that beautiful review request form will appear on this page of your site. Okay. And Hector's asking, how exactly would you install that for someone else's site who doesn't have a SiteSwan site? Same thing. You copy and paste that code into, look, another website building platform is not going to be quite as easy to use as SiteSwan, of course, but you should be able to navigate to a point where you can insert some HTML, and that's all you need to do. Okay, Carl is asking if we only integrate with Google, Facebook, and Yelp. Yes, those are the three big ones in terms of reviews. I read a stat that they're responsible for, or they house 90-something% of all online reviews across the entire internet. So yeah, that's where we focused our energy when we're launching this service, is the three big ones. That's where the majority of all the reviews take place. Manuel asks, do we need to add this onto our current package to offer that first free test to our customers? No. You're not paying for anything to generate that free generate report feature. So you can generate the report at absolutely no charge, show it to them. You have an active live link to share it with them. And if they buy, fantastic, then you sign up for the service. You don't pay before you buy. Bob is saying, well, there's an expletive in there, so I'm going to leave that out. But he said, I actually posted that message on Facebook, and one of my clients actually replied and is interested. Nice. What do I do next? All right. I should probably pull it up again for you guys. So what do you do next? Someone says, yeah, okay, great. Let me see. What do you got for me? So your next step is going to go to, again, your site details page, and you scroll down to where it says reputation management. You put in the business name. You copy and paste you got to locate their Facebook page, copy and paste the direct URL to that, copy and paste the Yelp URL, and then click generate free report. That's it. Give it a few minutes. This does take a little bit of time because it pulls the reviews in from everywhere. Then you're going to have a link that gets generated. And that link is what you can copy and paste into an email, text message, whatever. I'd probably advise that you get as much contact information from your client as possible. Because then you can obviously follow up with them, which is super helpful. And don't be shy about your pricing. Make sure that you're in that $99 to $199 range, in my opinion. I think that's where you have to be. There's a lot of value in this. Congrats on that. Okay. Mary asked a question about explaining again how it can be used for clients we don't currently use for a SiteSwan site. Again, once you can generate the free report, no problem for anyone. After you sign up for it, you're going to get a little snippet of code. You're going to copy and paste that code. I really should have had a site here I could show you what it looks like once you're actually signed up. I don't think I did that. If any of my moderators are on and want to help me, if there's a site in my test account here that has it, I would love for you to be able to tell me so I can pull it up. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know, please. All right. What else do we have here? Sorry, just a lot of these questions were already answered, so I'm just a lot of duplicates. Someone's asking about deleting bad reviews. No, we can't do that, Hector. Okay, Marissa's asking a question. Is there verbiage for asking a customer to change their rating if their issue has been resolved and they are now happy? So in the resources section of your dashboard, we give you a lot of scripts, and I'm almost positive that one of these scripts does address that. It's a great question. How do you ask a client to revise their review after they've left something negative, but you've rectified the issue? It's a great, great question. Okay, Kayla is asking, does having more reviews, pick me, I want the mug. Does having more reviews make it higher up on Google, like being first on the page? The number of reviews and the average star rating have a big impact on how the business gets ranked or shown in search results. So yes, essentially. Now, unfortunately, Google doesn't tell us exactly what the algorithms are for how they determine which sites or businesses come up first, but you will probably notice quite consistently that the businesses that have more reviews, higher reviews, will appear higher up in search results. Jesse is asking, should we use reputation management on our own website? And I assume you mean by your marketing website that we put together for you when you signed up with us. You certainly could. Obviously, if you've got a couple of clients already, it's really important that you ask them to review you, because getting the momentum going with a brand new web design business, getting some reviews behind you is a really great way to do that. So yes, I think it's a great question. Good idea. Rick is asking, is there a spell check available in the review field? So most browsers have a spell check built in, so that should be a non-issue. It should already kind of be there. We don't have one per se because all the browsers nowadays have one. Harvey is asking, when you rate a business 4 or 5 stars, and the options pop up to share on Google, Facebook, or Yelp, can you select them all, or do you have to select one at a time? So the likelihood that a consumer is going to be interested in spending any more than a few minutes doing this is unlikely. So you do have to do one at a time, but it's just as simple as clicking on these buttons that take you right to the profile page, and you're good to go. Okay. We have a follow-up question. So I want to make sure I got this right. The review request form actually helps you block negative reviews and get more positive reviews. Yes, exactly that. And you're looking at it now. The review request form is designed so that when people select 4 or 5 stars, they're encouraged to share that review publicly. But when they select 1 to 3 stars, they're instead encouraged to share their issue privately with the business owner, which is really the best way to handle any sort of negativity. You want to be able to get that handled privately. Paul is asking, if a negative review is left directly on Google or Facebook, will it trigger a notification? Absolutely. When reviews are left without going through this review request form, because the consumer is actively on Facebook or actively leaving reviews for other businesses on Google, and they leave a business review for your client, it's still going to appear in their reputation management report, regardless of whether they came through here to leave that review. Mike is asking, is there a limit to the number of reports? I assume you mean free reports to get this going? No, there is no limit. Don't make me regret that. No, go nuts. Do whatever you want. Candy's asking, if I could drink my coffee from one of those fancy SiteSwan coffee mugs, could I ever give you a great review after this closes? Could I give you, I'm not sure exactly what that says, but you're officially in the runnings for our coffee mug, so we'll see what happens. I'm sorry, there's just so many duplicate questions. That's why it's taking me so long to get from one question to the next. Okay, Mike, this is a question, Mike. Can I generate free reports for prospects while I'm attempting to sell? Or is it best to make sure they're interested before generating the free report? Mike, it's free. Just generate it. Just generate it. That's actually going to help you sell it. I've sold this personally. The report practically sells itself. So use that report. Absolutely, 100%. Richard's asking, do I have to buy into SiteSwan in order to have access to this? Yes. This is a feature that's built in on certain SiteSwan plans. Join SiteSwan.com. We'll show you which plans you get this on. Oh my gosh, we're getting feature suggestions. Frank. Okay, Manuel is asking, how do we get this service added on for our client who's currently paying just for a website with us? So good question. So from the site's screen, oh, my mouse is not showing up for you guys. From the site screen, you look at a client who's got an active billing set up. So I'm going to click on that. And then you'll see that we have these folks currently set up on $49 per month. So the cool thing about this is you can actually cancel the subscription while keeping the site online, okay? And then you can just re-sign them up for a different plan, which will include, of course, reputation management. So you could put them on this one, reputation management and website. You might be charging $149 for this, $49 for the website, and I guess in this case, $98? No, $100 for reputation management, and then resume the billing for them. So yes, this is totally doable. Let's see what else. Karen says, I think I missed something. If a customer goes right to Yelp to post a bad review, don't they circumvent the opportunity to give feedback to the business before posting option? Yes, absolutely. If someone has an inclination to go directly to a source to leave a review, there is nothing that you can do about that. It's there. Of course, you can still reply to it and respond to it and try to do the right thing as a business owner. But that's ultimately out of the business's control. That's something that's already done. So the best practice is to get ahead of it. So any business that's looking to increase the number of reviews that they get should be actively recommending or seeking reviews from all of their customers. So everyone they do business with. Lots of people send out a text message, how was your service? How did it go? What was your experience like? Can you tell us about what occurred when you did business with us? And you send them to that review request form. So get ahead of it. Push the people to go through your form, funnel them through the form, rather than let them just kind of go off on their own and leave a review without the filter aspect of it. Let me see like duplicates. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to look through all these. Everyone's question is unique. Am I allowed question? Hire someone else to work. Of course you can. You can use reputation management for you. Absolutely. Shady says, I'm attempting to generate a free sample report right now, but when I click the link, it's not showing anything. Has my audio kind of cut out here, guys? Did you see my lips moving? Let me see if I can fix that. It's muffled. Great. You guys tried refreshing, it didn't work? Like a frog? I sound like a frog? Let me see what I can do. Just a different microphone. Is there anything now? A little better, I'm being told? I might sound a little echoey now, but whatever. We'll deal with that. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so going back to where we left off with the questions. I'm just going to scroll back and find my spot. Okay, Shady was talking about, Shady was saying, I attempted to view the free report, but when I click the link, it doesn't show anything. So as I said before, when you're generating a free report, it does take a little while. So there's probably a lot of people doing this right now too. So just be patient. It should say report is finishing or something like that. If you're getting all zeros, check the sources, and it's very possible the company doesn't have any reviews yet, which certainly has value in itself right there. Here's the report. You got nothing online about you. That's a problem because reviews can really help your business. Hector is asking, does the tool get the reviews daily and automatically once installed? Yes, this is hands-off, baby. You set up one time and the reviews get captured and recorded every day. You determine the frequency that the reports get delivered. It could be, again, monthly, weekly, or daily. That's totally your choice. Good question. And I think Jim's asking the same thing. Does the report get sent automatically? Heck yeah. I'm not making you send this thing every day. No. That's part of the deal. Jennifer's asking, I'm new to this. Does the business have to already have Google, Facebook, and Yelp established for this to work? Yes. It does require that the business has a Facebook page, has a Yelp page, has a Google page. Now, let me tell you this. They don't have to have all three. All they need is one. If they have at least one of these pages set up, then you can generate a report, no problem. And I'll tell you this, I think a benefit, a way that you can add on a little bit additional value to your client is to offer to set up those missing pages for them. Create more opportunities for them to collect reviews. Create a Google page, create a Facebook page, or a Yelp page, or whatever. You could totally do it for them. You might choose to charge them something for it. You might choose to just not charge them for it and work it all in. That's like 5 or 10 minutes of your time. It can go a really long way. Okay. I'm being told I might have a site to look at where I can show you guys what the code looks like. Thank you for that. No, this isn't it. Nope. Try again. Okay. I was looking for one that's already paid for so that we could get that set up. You know what? I'm just going to go and do it. Here. This is what the process is like. You're going to buy it right from here. And then once it's purchased, now here is what you receive. You have the option to put in your client's email address so that they can receive these reports. Here is your frequency selector, monthly, weekly, or daily. So I'm just going to put an email address in here, okay? It's going to get delivered to someone here at the office and save that. Now check it out. Here is your code. This is the code I was telling you about, okay? You copy this code and you paste it into the HTML post type on your site. Whoops. Copy, Justin. Copy. And then post it. Now let's preview the site. And there we go. That is how you do it, folks. I should have just done that 10 minutes ago instead of having you guys ask me the same question again. Hopefully that clears up a lot of the questions that came through. Frank is asking, if the prospect only has 1 or 2 of the review sources being used, if you click 4 or 5 stars for the review response, does it only show that 1 or 2, or does it always show all 3? No, our system is smart, so it's not going to send you to Yelp if the client does not have a Yelp page. So it's only going to show which businesses, which sources that the client currently has set up listings. Michael's asking, does this integrate with web billing, meaning the client billing feature? It absolutely does. Yes, you can charge your clients for reputation management using the client billing feature. Todd is asking, for clarification, the cost would be $14.99 per month plus whatever I'm paying right now for my SiteSwan plan. That is correct. This is totally additional add-on service to your account. All right, I am going to, wow, I apparently sounded like, I'm looking back at some of the responses there, I sound like a frog, I sounded like coins, I sounded like crickets, and that one I can't say out loud. Okay, what else? I'm going to answer just like 1 or 2 more questions, and I'm going to cut you guys loose. So if you have any last minute questions, please post them right now. Okay, Fred needs some clarity. So I'm new, trying to learn this. How much is it going to cost us when we buy the report? Or is it free? And if not, do we charge that to the client? So generating the initial report, which is used to show what the report is going to look like when it gets delivered to your client. This does not cost you anything. As long as you have a SiteSwan account, you can generate as many free reports as you would like. The intention, of course, is to sell the service of daily, weekly, or monthly reporting plus the added review request form onto the site. If your client says, yes, sign me up, then you're going to do what I just did before, which was click to sign up for the daily reporting. That costs $14.99 per month for this client only. And you can charge your client whatever you like, but we recommend between $99 and $199 per month per client. Jim is asking, will this post reviews to their SiteSwan site? No, it does not post anything to their site per se. It's only going to be posting to those other sources, Google, Facebook, Yelp. That's where it goes to. All right. At the risk of possibly missing a couple of other questions that come in, I do want to make sure that we end this at some point. So I think here's a good place to stop. I want to encourage all of you, again, if you're not currently with us, join SiteSwan.com. If you are currently with us, we have articles and support. Go test this out. Go play with it. Generating reports, once again, is free. Generate the report for free. Show it off to your client for free. Sell it. Once it's sold, you have the verbal, you have the credit card, whatever. Go in, pay the $14.99 for it, and charge your client whatever it is you guys agreed to. So with that, I want to really, I want to tell you, this means a lot to me how many of you guys signed up for this today. I really hope that all of you can turn this into a profitable part of your business. Businesses desperately need this, and it's up to you to assist them. Thank you all for the huge influx of questions and feedback today. I apologize about this mix up with the audio, but thanks for your patience through that and the video in the beginning. I wish you all a very happy rest of the day and rest of the week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.